Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Halloween at Aunt Ethel's. Her treats are to die for.
Written and directed by Joseph Mazzaferro, starring Madeleine Murphy, Stephanie Town, Michael Gloria, and Gail Yost as Aunt Ethel. This movie's about the urban legend that is Aunt Ethel. Aunt Ethel is supposedly kidnapping kids on Halloween and turning them into pickled treats. So a team of 3 friends are trying to figure out and get to the bottom of what Aunt Ethel's really doing and how they can take her out. So what do we like? I enjoyed Mandy and Melissa, our 2 female leads. They had some pretty good chemistry. Their acting was decent for the budget of this movie. I thought their interactions were pretty natural for just like friends. You have Mandy, who's just the slut, I guess. She even greets people with blowjobs sometimes.
This is girl code, bitch. Raised on the streets, son. Don't get clapped up.
Then you have Melissa, who's our shy, innocent girl, and Mandy's trying to like convince her to be a little more promiscuous, be a little bit more adventurous. They had a good dynamic between the 2 of them.
I also enjoyed Mark. His character was really entertaining. Just his interaction with everyone, whether it's with Mandy or Mandy's mom, he was pretty funny.
Hey, did you guys hear about Rachel? She went missing.
Oh, what happened to her?
She went missing.
And just the way that he nonchalantly cusses people out is pretty good.
So we're going to have a stakeout at Aunt Ethel's house.
Why would you want to cook steak at Aunt Ethel's?
A stakeout isn't when you cook steak with someone, you fucking idiot.
He's probably the second most gangster person in this film.
And this film didn't let us down when it came to nudity. Mandy, who was just like, she was cool, like the kind of girl you'd want to hang out with. And she also had huge boobs, and you got to see them, and it was great.
Yeah, you pretty much got to see every single girl's boobs in
Except
this
for
movie.
Aunt Ethel, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly. Or Mandy's mom.
The MILF.
Yeah.
She was like the try-hard MILF. I don't, get out of here.
These young guys, they love us MILFs. Moms, I'd like to...
No, I got it.
You wouldn't?
I need a few more of these Tang and vodkas.
Mark was ready to just...
I know. He's an idiot.
Hi, Mark. Don't be jealous, Mandy. It's not attractive.
Trust me, I'm not jealous. You're just gross.
I would have stuck with Mandy, but I wouldn't have been her bitch. That's for sure. I'll be nobody's bitch.
You could have been Mandy's mom's plaything.
Yeah.
They make movies like that all the time.
I know. I've seen them. All right, now it's time for our dislikes. I had a big issue with Aunt Ethel. You're hoping you don't even have to see her that often. And like in this movie, you see her way too much. The movie's almost split in half. You have our 3 characters over here, you have Aunt Ethel over here, and you're seeing like every other shot's Aunt Ethel, and she's just going on a rant.
Everybody loves my famous pickled chocolates. This is perfect. Look at that beauty. Gonna cut off a few of these niblets.
They just like let the camera roll and let her just talk. And they held shots for way longer, so she's just rambling. Maybe if you knew her, maybe it'd be funnier in person, but I don't think the general audience is going to enjoy the character.
And she's not even like that good of a killer, if I'm being honest.
Right.
She had a variety of weapons and she had a game plan, but she kind of didn't do anything significant. Whenever she was going to kill one of her victims, they were already like pre-knocked out. So it was like pretty easy for her. And she like would go after children trick-or-treaters. Again, just like come into my house and I'll throw you in a cage.
The way the trailer was cut suggested that there would be a little bit more like violence or like weird things going on with Aunt Ethel, like Aunt Ethel actually killing people. And it's hardly in this movie. I mean, you see her sitting there playing checkers, having a drink for like a few minutes where there could have been like a kill. And there's a lot of scenes where she just kind of does shit that you don't really care about, counting things in her fridge over and over again. I need to collect more souls for the month, and that's like her goal. She needs to kill 31 people in 31 days to rid this curse of her, I guess. And because you see her so often, you just don't care. She's like overly wacky and weird.
Time for Halloween. All the spooky children. Time for Halloween.
This humor is definitely meant for children because we have one character in Ricky who is not entertaining at all. He literally just goes around and masturbates in front of people's windows. It doesn't matter who you are. He did it in front of Ethel. Of all people, you know Aunt Ethel is a serial killer. Why would you go there and touch yourself.
I'm sorry, Miss Yost. I don't mean to say this in a very negative way, but there's better material out there. If you're gonna jerk off to someone, I don't know if Aunt Ethel's the one. The amount of time I spend cruising through Pornhub for that perfect video. You think he cruised the neighborhood? Like, I saw her. Ooh, this is the one. This is the pick of the day. Aunt Ethel. That's just a bad choice. Straight up.
I wasn't a real fan of the pacing of this film, and this isn't a long film to begin with. I think it's only an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 20 minutes if you cut out the 15-minute music video, but it's not a long movie, but it felt like it took forever for something to happen.
The movie is built up to take down Aunt Ethel. Like, that's like the peak, but that happens at the very end of the movie. So the things throughout the movie are just like people dicking around, going to parties, people cheating on someone. The main crowd is gonna be like 13-year-olds, but there's too much nudity for it to be like pitched to 13-year-olds. So we have a problem here.
If you do make it through all of this movie and get to the rap video, this is on a whole different level when it comes to trying to be gangster.
And I have been known to dabble in hip-hop.
You rappers usually have this grumpy cat attitude and only rap about being high like you were Lagatoo. If you want to battle, I'm squashing the competition like I'm Yoshi eating shells, spitting fire right back at you.
However, this was super awkward. I'm pretty sure it was the writer-director making a rap video about Aunt Ethel.
She's a gangster from the streets. She gon' fuck around and make you into Halloween trees.
They made a little music video, Aunt Ethel dancing with knives and children dancing, and then you have Rachel who's like, she knows damn well that this is making a cringe compilation. It was so fucking strange. And it lasted too long.
Yeah, did they have like 5 verses?
This unfortunately, and it was super cringy. I would have just said, Joseph, I'm not doing it, Joseph. Fine. Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. Well, I'm sure this movie will have its audience. They're far younger than us, unfortunately. I tried to enjoy this movie. And I don't think I had necessarily a bad time watching it, but there's nothing that I thought was great about it. I wasn't a fan of Aunt Ethel. She played a major part of this movie. Her acting, dialogue, and even just seeing her for most of the movie was a problem for me. It probably sounds really mean, but I think that like if you nixed most of her scenes, I might have enjoyed it more. But then you'd have a 20-minute short. I did, however, like our main characters, but the movie in general was just not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna give this 1 boring fuck out of 5.
This film had a good concept. It would have been cool if they actually made Aunt Ethel a more threatening killer. She was just too goofy for me, and she didn't look that intimidating. She didn't sound intimidating. I get that they're going for the comedy aspect, and in this film, they really lacked in like the contrast of horror to comedy.
It's like you're not even trying.
Mind you, with that being said, I think it would be kind of hilarious to see this series continue and just have like Christmas at Aunt Ethel's, Thanksgiving at Aunt Ethel's. Just do a whole series of holidays, but make Aunt Ethel more interesting. But we did have 3 strong main characters that I enjoyed. The cinematography was good. It's just, this film lacked in its kills and a strong killer. There's definitely going to be an audience out there because of the style of humor, but it's not necessarily for us. So with that being said, I'm going to give this film 1 inappropriate doctor out of 5.
Dr. Dick in the house.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond.